Well, and I want to just expand on that as far as that ability to be authentic,
right,
rather than having to be like a certain leader that, okay, I've got to model that person.
Or be a salesperson when you don't want to be.
It's just being yourself, and it almost seems too, unimaginable that it could really be that true. You get to be yourself. And as I've discussed with people, I've talked to many, many of your students, is the kind of unexpected surprise when I know one gal, and specifically her name is Shelley Berkowitz, when she did her first video, she was very nervous about it, and do I look like quite right and all this kind of thing?
Right.
And she just was her complete natural self.
Right, that's something we really emphasize.
And another gal, I'm drawing a blank on her name now, she's a web programmer. She knew you from your previous MLM. She's out somewhere in your area. No. Anyways, she too was so pleasantly surprised by just being herself, being authentic, because sometimes people aren't sure who they're supposed to be,
right,
and emulate. So
right, exactly. That's a big challenge.
And both these gals were just amazed when they just relaxed.
They could be them.
They could be themselves.
What an idea.
Yeah, what?
You see, here's
profound.
the thing. I mentioned earlier. Let me preface something. I said, maybe somebody doesn't want to be a salesperson, and I could just hear the leaders out there saying, "This is sales. Everything's sales in business," and you're right, of course. But it's the type of sales.
Right.
In the old model of network marketing, the type of sales you had to be was assertive. The follow-up, the initiator. What if you don't want to do that?
And most people don't.
You had to be someone other than who you were. And I remember even myself being on the phone, sometimes 8 hours a day with prospects, following up. This wasn't my natural self.
Right.
I'm an educator. I needed to do it differently to enjoy what I was doing. I was not enjoying that process of chasing and pursuing and initiating. When I had to prospect someone in the grocery store line, that was not me. I thought there was something wrong with me. I needed to personally evolve.
Right.
No, that wasn't me. After 14 years, I still didn't enjoy it.
Exactly.
My life's getting shorter. It's time to find another way.
Exactly.
So many people are trying to become someone they're not, thinking there's something wrong with them, thinking they need to go to another training, they need to personally evolve.
Yes.
Personal development is great, it's important, but personally evolve doing something you love. It's so much easier
Right.
than trying to personally develop doing something you hate.
Yeah.
You get to be yourself here. You get to develop your skills, yes, your skills doing what you love.
Yeah. And then talking with the people, that's what became very evident, is great joy and satisfaction that by being themselves, and people are coming to them and they're building a real business.
Building real business,
Very
building
striking.
real relationships. I've never built so many. In the last year, I've built more relationships online, quality relationships. A lot of people I've ended up meeting. Well, I met you online from being online.
Right. Yeah.
Barbara Silva, I just saw her off at the airport. She was able to come visit her family on Christmas. And I was able to see her and have a great, a friendship with her. So many new people I've met, all from online.
Yeah.
In 14 years of the old way, I didn't develop a fraction of the relationships I have in the last year because I'm authentic, I'm myself, and I'm attracting people to me that have the same kind of values. And that's what everyone is able to do who does this.
Yeah, that's what makes it so enjoyable.